James Bond. The name alone conjures up images of tuxedos, high-stakes poker games, and, of course, perfectly crafted cocktails. So far on this channel, I've covered his signature Vesper Martini and the Old Fashioned. But there's another classic that makes a rare but stylish appearance in the world of 007, the Negroni. This bold, bittersweet cocktail has a rich history dating back over a century and has been the favorite of many, including Anthony Bourdain, Ernest Hemingway, and Orson Welles, who actually helped popularize it in America. In this video, we'll uncover the origins of the Negroni, its rare yet iconic moments in Bond's world, and most importantly, how to craft one worthy of the secret agent himself. So grab a glass and let's dive into it. This cocktail has been turning heads for over a century. Although its exact origins cannot be confirmed, the most widely reported origin story begins in Florence, Italy in 1919, when an Italian aristocrat, Count Camillo Negroni, decided his usual Americano, which was made of Campari, sweet vermouth, and soda, just wasn't strong enough. So he asked his bartender to swap the soda for gin. The result? A drink as refined as it is potent. It didn't take long for the Negroni to become a favorite among those who appreciated a little bite with their elegance. It's the perfect balance of bitter, sweet, and strong. Over the years, the Negroni has become a signature drink of the bold and the stylish. Anthony Bourdain called it a favorite. Ernest Hemingway, always one for a strong drink, was known to indulge. And Orson Welles, upon trying one, famously said, "The bitters are excellent for your liver. The gin is bad for you. They balance each other." And more recently, Stanley Tucci turned the Negroni into a viral sensation with his now iconic at-home cocktail tutorial. Even modern icons like David Beckham, through a partnership with Head Club Whiskey, created a Sungroni, which is a summer twist on the classic Negroni. Now let's talk about how the world's most famous spy drinks his Negroni. Bond's connection to the Negroni is featured in Ian Fleming's short story Risico, which later inspired parts of For Your Eyes Only. Bond is sent to Italy to investigate a drug smuggling operation. While on mission, Bond orders a Negroni at the Excelsior bar in Rome, specifying Gordon's gin. Unlike his famous vodka martini, this moment is more understated but still significant. It shows Bond blending into his surroundings, embracing the local culture, and as always, maintaining his refined taste. Though he's often portrayed as a martini purist, these subtle moments show that 007 isn't afraid to enjoy other classics when the setting calls for it. So what makes the Negroni a drink fit for a secret agent? It's bold, balanced, and undeniably stylish. It doesn't rely on fancy shaking techniques or obscure ingredients, just three simple components stirred to perfection. It's the kind of drink that doesn't need to introduce itself. It simply is. The Negroni that we're making today is from Shaken, the official cocktail book of Ian Fleming and James Bond. Now, this drink has been around for over a century, and in all that time, it really hasn't changed. 3 ingredients, equal parts. No unnecessary flourishes, no tricks, just balance, strength, and a little bit of bite. To make this drink like James Bond, the 3 ingredients that you'll need are London dry gin, Campari, and sweet vermouth. And we know that James Bond has a preference for Gordon's gin, so that's what I'll be using for my drink here today. I also have Campari right here. Campari is a bright red Italian aperitif, known for its bold bitterness and complex herbal flavors. Campari is bitter, citrusy, and herbal, with notes of orange peel, cherry, clove, cinnamon, and a touch of sweetness. Its strong, complex flavor is what gives the Negroni its signature edge. And then also I have our sweet vermouth right here on the end. Sweet vermouth is a fortified wine infused with herbs, spices, and botanicals, with added sugar to give it a rich, smooth sweetness. We'll also need our orange for the garnish, and of course, plenty of ice. We'll be making this drink directly in the glass. Now, we really should be using a rocks glass to make this drink, but I don't have one on hand, so I'll be using a regular glass for this video. The recipe is quite simple. First, we take our large piece of ice, and we're going to place it in the glass. Then we'll take our Gordons, and we're going to add 25 milliliters to the glass. Once our Gordons is added, then we're going to take our Campari. And again, it's equal parts. So we're going to add 25 milliliters. go. Now, the Campari is where the Negroni gets its signature bitterness. So it's very important to add that. And then lastly, we're going to add our sweet vermouth. And again, 25 milliliters. Perfect. The vermouth really brings everything together. The richness, the depth, and the touch of sweetness of the vermouth really helps round out the sharpness of the gin and the bitterness of the Campari. So then we're going to stir. Now, when it comes to stirring, we want to stir a little bit until it dilutes the taste. Some may prefer to stir for only a short little bit of time for a more punchy drink, while others may prefer to stir for a bit longer, especially those who drink at pace. So it all depends on how much you want the ice to melt to impact the taste of the drink. So I think that's pretty good. Once we're done stirring, we need to add our garnish. So we're going to take our orange and we're going to peel off a nice big slice. And then once we have our slice, we're going to squeeze some of the oils inside. And then you can place on top, or we're just going to toss it right in. And there it is, the Negroni, just like James Bond would make it. Now you know the history, the technique, and what makes this cocktail a legend. The only thing left to do is to try it. It's quite bitter. You can really taste the bitterness of the Campari, but this drink really comes with a punch. And that punch is going to be impacted, like I said earlier in the video, by how much you stir and dilute the ice. If you stir longer and the ice melts more, that'll dilute the drink. But if you stir less and drink it right away, it's going to come with a full flavorful punch. I think overall this drink for me is a 7 out of 10. The Negroni. It's been around for over a century and it's not going anywhere. A drink with history, character, and just the right amount of bite. A favorite of legends, artists, and on occasion, spies. So now you know how to make it just like James Bond would. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up as it helps out the channel, and subscribe if you like Gentleman's content. If there's another drink that you'd like me to make a video for, let me know in the comments below. Gents, thanks for watching. Cheers.